other than the Alua store across the street, I mean, and next door Mihang Lo, I mean, the remnants, shall we say, of Chinatown are disappearing.
This is the 800 block of Palm Street, also known as San Luis Obispo's Chinatown. Blink and you'll miss it.
When we came in here with the Palm, we went to the Chinese community here because we wanted to kind of fit in, and that's why our fonts have sort of an Asian style to them. We were a little bit concerned about saying, okay, here we are coming in and we're pseudo-Asian, and they were very happy and they embraced it. That sculpture, that whatever you want to call it, on the side of the parking structure, I think is about as far as the city went as acknowledging this area as Chinatown.
If you had been here 120 years ago, you would have seen a series of unpainted, very plain, mostly one-story wooden shacks that were either grocery stores or not really boarding houses, but kind of bunk houses.
The Chinatown district never extended far beyond this block and was created primarily to be simple and functional. This
is the Alui store. It was really the heart and soul of Chinatown in the early days. Alois was born in southern China in 1840, and when he was 19 years old, he came to California. So he became a labor contractor and eventually decided that he would open this store. It was early on in the 1870s, and he became kind of the unofficial mayor of this block that was called Chinatown. And once this town hit Depression times, there really was no viable work for the Chinese. They were discriminated against. It was difficult for them to get jobs. Many of them left and went to big cities.
The Chinatown project is expected to break ground next year, adding a boutique hotel next to the Palm Theater.
It's just going to look like, I believe, any other downtown city center, like over by the cinemas over there or something, which is unfortunate. And then once the new Chinatown comes in, I'm sure it will change drastically, you know, with the facade that they'll have up there, and it'll be like everything else. It won't really be real. It'll just be a front for whatever chain stores they can manage to put in there. You know, it's going to take away the character of Chinatown and the area, which we've already done for most of the town. There's very few brick and mortar mom and pop businesses left. Since children aren't taking over family businesses anymore, we lose that, because then grandpa and grandma would pass on, their children would take over, and their children would learn from their children. And not just Chinese, but Italian, Portuguese. We used to see a lot of that. Now we just farm our old folks out and put them in a home, and we lose the connection and the culture of family. And I feel that that's the way that Chinatown will go, or is going, and more so once they build the new part.